Okie dokie, good morning, hello. It's not quite afternoon yet, so I can still say good morning. It is just after 11. I just watched my video premiere from yesterday. There were a few of you there. Thank you. There was one of you there. Let's not lie about it. There was one of you there. It was fun. We chatted in the chat for a bit. Never used that before, so how fun was that? Anyway, I've been working away like crazy today at StitchFix, and that's about it. I am clocking in here with you because the video premiere has set me off on a little tiny break here, and so I'm gonna go check on that bread that I prepped yesterday. I believe the next steps are to form it into a little dough ball, let it rest, and then move it into a Dutch oven, let it rest, and then to bake it. So I'm gonna go start that process. And I haven't made a to-do list yet today, so I'll probably do that after the bread so that you can know what's going on. Relatively big box for barely anything. So I nabbed this off of the porch, and then I went and transferred my resting bread loaf to the Dutch oven. Now I have to let that rest for another hour to 2 hours before putting it in to bake. So we're waiting on that. I'll show you what it looks like if you're curious. I mean, doesn't matter, I'm gonna show you anyway. So I don't care if you're curious or not. I am going to show you what it looks like before I pop it into the oven. And then, yeah, so this here is a miniature phone microphone for these videos. Whenever I'm editing, I always am like, am I super quiet and not the best? Seiji, does it look like it's for you? Watch your eye and the scissors. She's gonna take the box. Okay, you can have it. Oh! Wow. Good catch on my part, I think. She can be destructive when she gets a hold of a cardboard box. It's one of her favorite things. She's just gonna chew on it. So if you hear anything, that's what it is. And this looks strange. There we go. Was that box not excessive for this? Couldn't we have just put this in the mail? Wireless microphone. Plug and play. 20 meters of reception. Precise. Clear timber. Highly sensitive and widely compatible. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, it does say that it's recording audio. So I'm intrigued to hear what this sounds like. If I put it here, what does it sound like? If I put it over here, what does it sound like? Over here, what does it sound like? I don't know, because I'm not sure where I want to put it. You know, if I could just have it on my phone somewhere too, that would be kind of handy. Somehow. I'll have to listen to this back and see what it's all about. Okay, so this little microphone definitely enhances the quality from what I can tell just from listening back to it on my phone. We'll see also when I go to edit this tonight. I guess I'll just wear this little microphone every day. I did when I listened back to it though, I was like moving it all around and it was very sensitive to like it touching things. It was kind of staticky, so we'll try it out for probably the rest of today and maybe just tomorrow. Yeah, we'll try it out today and tomorrow and we'll see if it's not going to work. Then we'll send it back, but it was pretty inexpensive, so if it works, that'd be fabulous. But I've eaten, like I said, the bread's there. Testing this. We're going to get back to work now. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on December 8th. And again, still haven't made my to-do list for the day because work is the main thing on my mind and the bread for some reason. So, toodly do. Good job. Okay, I've just run the Patreon packages to the mail. I should have done it yesterday, however, I did not. So it has happened today. And now I'm going to cut a little slice of this, couple of pieces of this bread and try it and make my to-do list for the day. But I thought I would see if I could get any of that yummy, crunchy sounds of cutting bread. Because when you make homemade bread, might as well try that out. With the bread, I burned myself very severely. I shouldn't say very severely. No, Seiji. Can you see my bread? No. Let me adjust. I don't see anything, but it's starting to blister. I burnt it. I was using not like a whole hand oven mitt, but a finger oven mitt, and I like lifted the handle off the Dutch oven and it like turned and went boop, right into my hand. It was not fun, but let's quiet. Let's everybody quiet. Let's see if we can get a good bread sound. Alrighty, so the bread tastes super good. I'm not gonna eat it on camera, which was my initial thought, was to like take a little bite and write a little to-do note and then take another little bite, but this is not an ASMR channel and I don't like the sounds of people eating, so I will not subject you to things that I hate. So, to just make my little to-do list, let's do that. What did I say today was Thursday? I gotta tell you, my hand hurts because of that stupid burn. I burned it in a couple places. Okay, work is done. Just about. Not quite done with work yet, I guess. But it's almost done. We're going on 4 o'clock. So I've got about an hour left of that, so I'm not counting it. I mean, I'm going to do it, but you know, for our sakes, I'm basically done. And then I don't have anything from yesterday to keep doing except for more on this. Oh my gosh, my hand. Oh, I need tips on burns when you newly own a home and don't have any medical supplies. It's really starting to hurt. Gouching, mouchies. It's like all right here. So it probably hurts because I was resting it on that piece of paper. Oof. Anyway, keep on keeping on. We are going to continue sketching. Oh, continue sketching something for my brother. I almost said it. We're going to say continue sketching Weston for my note purposes. I honestly think what I might do is, actually, I'm going to do this. We're going to write this down. We're going to project a picture I have onto a canvas. And then use ink and what am I trying to say? Ink and calligraphy brush to do a little black casual outlining of it. But maybe I'll paint the whole canvas like a parchmenty color first. Yeah, probably. You'll see whatever I decide to do there. But I will work on that tonight, and that will be my single art to do today. There's no need to overload myself anymore since it's already late in the day and I've worked a full-time job. We don't need to be crazy. This is just how my life is. And, you know, the weekend's coming, so I should probably make some plans for the weekend. Make weekend plans. I do have to write it down as something to do. Otherwise, I will keep myself busy alone in my house or just hang out with my family, which both are things I thoroughly enjoy. But I should be social. I'm also single and would like that to not be a forever thing, so I need to put in some effort on that end as well, even though I don't want to. I shouldn't say I don't want to. I don't really want to. Maybe that is the right word. I just want the love of my life to fall on my lap, and I don't want to work for it. That's more of what I mean. Anyway, that's it. Those are the plans. I will, go back to my desk for a hot minute. Oh, and finish up work. And then next thing you'll see me do is prepping a canvas or paper. I haven't decided on that yet either, for my brother's Christmas present. And then I gotta do my other family's Christmas presents too, which I'm super behind on since it's already the 8th. I have less than 20 days. Frickin' dickin' day. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, I have successfully completed just about my brother's Christmas present. The only thing I'm going to do here is it's not quite dry enough yet, but all I'm going to do is add some white to the eyes, so they're not just some black hole circles, but the shape and everything else I like a lot. The paws could be better, but that's fine. It's just for Weston. So I'm not too worried about it. This was the first attempt, which you also saw me doing, which I liked a lot to start with. Like, I loved when I was putting the first few layers of brown ink on it, but I just worked it too much or something. There's something that right here. I would have added the blanket on this one. I might have felt like I could fix it a little bit more, but there's just too many things proportionally that are bothering me with that one. So I had to start over. So we went with the classic black and white, which I always tend to love. Always, like the expression, the shape of the ears, it's all like pretty spot on to what his dog is like. Well, this one is clearly stiff and wonky. But trial and error, that's the key to trying new things. And dogs are not my forte when it comes to art making. But it's about 7 o'clock. And so I'm going to sign off so that I can start editing for today, and then I can replay some Pokemon in bed before actually falling asleep. Tomorrow is Friday. Oh, story time. super weird. Before I sign off, I was sitting here in my front room with my lights on, and when the light's on, there's just there's a glare on the window. So I have the projector, the light on the wall. It was very bright in here, so I couldn't see out onto my porch. But I heard a knock, but also saw someone who just pulled into my neighbor's driveway, and sound carries a lot, so I didn't think anything of it. Sage was barking too, so that's where most of my attention was, to get her to stop barking because she was being so loud. So I brought her in here and was just like holding her and like looking at the window because Sage wouldn't stop barking. So I was like, and I was staring at the window, I was squinting, and I was like, no one's out there. Like, I was thinking if it was my mom or a relative, they would come in the window and like wave at me because they'd see me in here. I don't have the blinds shut, and it faces the front door. So if you're standing at the front door, the window I was looking at is right here. So if it was a family member or someone I knew, they would just come over and wave and whatever. So I was just waiting for Sage to stop, using it as a training opportunity, right? I was like, I'm not gonna let go of her little neck fluff until she stops barking and she calms down. Well, then I see, like when someone like walks in front of a light, like I could tell it was like the speed of a body and the thickness of a body that like went off of my porch. Like I saw it block out the glared reflection on the window at that moment, and I was like, "Oh, frick, who was on my porch?" That's very odd. So then I got up and I looked outside and I saw somebody had parked on the street and there was a car light on. So then again, I thought it was my mom for a minute. So I like turned my porch light on and I stepped outside and Sage just barking like crazy. This woman comes up on my porch, she's like, "Hi, sorry, yada yada," and I was like, "Oh, it's okay." Like, I'm in a small town, so people are generally very friendly. And Sage would not stop barking. And she, in an attempt to calm my dog down, I have a dog gate, so you have to the dog isn't right at the front door. It's through the tiny entryway. She came like just inside my door to like calm the dog down because I'd stepped in between too to try to make Sage shush because I cannot hear people speaking when she's barking like that. And she was inside my house. And she was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I was just getting on the phone to text my daughter, see if I was at the right place." And then she like handed me a wad of cash. And I was like, "Oh, you're at the wrong place. I don't know who you are or what you need from me." And she apologized so much. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm just in your house. You have such a good dog. Or she needed to go to my neighbor's. I know her daughter. She looked like Ashley, so I'm assuming that's who we were talking about. But I'd never met her before. So, odd moment. The minute she stepped across my threshold, right, I had that thought of like there's a stranger in my home and I'm alone. So that was a little peculiar. Made my alarm sirens go off, so it's good to have that experience with a friendly person so that the next time it happens, I can be a bit more like, "Oh, no, please stay out there. My dog's just going to be loud." That's just going to be the end of it. The thing is, too, with Sage being loud, that if it would have continued, right? And my neighbors are all very nice. And she's so loud, they probably hear her like. But that was the story time. I'm not creeped out or anything because the vibe that she gave off, it kind of seemed like a Facebook marketplace situation. And the house that she was going to, they do have a bunch of furniture that they're getting rid of, so most likely Facebook marketplace purchase. And it was only like maybe 6 o'clock or something. It was just pitch black because of the time of year. But that was nutsos. yeah, lesson learned. Lesson to all you, don't let strangers in your house, because there's a high chance that they're not nice. But that's that. I'll get so close to the camera. Thanks for watching today. A lot of food things, I feel like, a lot of baking, and I guess I just baked. I didn't show you any food I cooked yesterday. What did I even show you today? I don't know. A good chunk of my day was spent working at StitchFix, so that's just how it pans out sometimes. So I'm gonna sign off. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow besides working. Again, I don't have a plan, but I have plenty of Christmas gifts to continue making. So I am happy with this guy. That's good. Tomorrow, tune on in, see what I get up to. We'll know, find out together, and do all the other things: Patreon, online store, Instagram. Bye.